asị na ndị agụ na-eche mba bụ Linus n'onwe efa na-asị ọcha bụ ife fatịrị anyị n'ihu akwụkwọ alejedirio gbasatara ego fasịrị anyị na fanyelu ndị Youth Corps bịakwa n'ife a na nna fafa ji eticha ife dọkasị afa akwa ka fa wee tie fa aka n'obi na o nwere okwu ọchịchị fanyelu fa na ife fanyedewere fa bụ ego fa ya eji wee gba moto wee chiyakwa na lọji ebe fa bi ndị be anyị bịakwanụ ka unu nụrụ nke na-afịa n'ihu akwụkwọ na nwata nwaanyị unu na-afọ ife onyonyo ya ebe a bụ nya bụ Jennifer agha a na-ekwu maka ya ndị nke bikwanụ n'ọba Anambra steeti wee nọrọ ebe a wee na-efe a na nna ya otu afọ ndị nke ndị Udogachi wakporo n'ụlọ ebe fa bi mmadụ 8 wee ruo ebe a wee tichaa ya ife wee dọkasịa ya akwa wee gbaa ya ọtọ bịakwanụ na-akọwa na mbọsị ahụ ndị Udogachi jere ebe ahụ na-akpụjezikwa Jennifer wee jee na kọstọdị fa na ọgbakwa sọsị ya ka akpụjewu na one ahụ fa ha wee bido ebe ahụ wee na-efe a na nna fa na-akpụkọjefa wee jee na kọstọdị ndị Udogachi n'oke eruziri ebe ahụ wee kpechaa anya bụ ikpe wee were 10,000 naira wee nyefa ka fa wee gbaa moto wee chiyakwa na lọji ebe fa bi mana onye isi ndị Udogachi pụtara n'ihu akwụkwọ gwa anyị na-egoro Jennifer fonu tigochieri ya laptọpụ tinye ya ego tie ya aka n'obi sikpọjie ya ụlọọgwụ kwụọ ụgwọ ụlọọgwụ na ife niile emebiri ebe a na fancha na fa akwụchara ogwu ya okotorigba bịakwanụ ka unu nụrụ ajụjụ ndị BBC Igbo gbara ya bụ Jennifer wee gbakwa ndị ọzọ bịakwara ife a na nna fa ndị nke bikwa na Disen lọji ebe ahụ fa bi mana onye Udogachi gwara anyị na fa na-eche ka Jennifer nata na-akpọghị ya na fonu ka e wee gbaa ya ajụjụ ọnụ kedụzi ka ndị BBC Igbo jizi wee gbaa anya bụ Jennifer ajụjụ ọnụ na Delta steeti kedụkwa ka MC Fresi si wee gbakwanya bụ Jennifer ajụjụ ọnụ unu mana ọnya bụ MC bụ onye bụ ụzọ wee gbaa Jennifer ajụjụ ọnụ n'ihu akwụkwọ nke m wetaburu unu ebe anyị kịta anụnwa ndị BBC Igbo ejekwana wee gbaa Jennifer ajụjụ ọnụ wee gbakwa ndị ọzọ bikwa na nya bụ lọji akpụkọjekwa wee jee na kọstọdị ndị Udogachi unu ya ga ifefa ncha niile kwuru ebe anụnwa mana Jennifer na-akọwa na oburugokwa n'ikpe anụnwa wee bujee maka onye na-afụ maka ndị na-efe a na nnafa onye nke a na-akpọ LGI wee jekọcharịa anya bụ ife nya bụ nwoke wee na-agwa ya na ya were ife etiri ya na ụmụ nwoke na-anụ nwaanyị na ụfọdụ n'ime fa na-eti nwunye ya ife ya were ya si ivu na ọnụrụ di ya wee tie ya ife ọ ga-akpalụgo ha n'isi maka onye na-ekwu ụdị ife anya na-eti nwunye ya ife ọ na-abịa iche iti nwunye ya ife ịkpọ ndị nebo ndị ya dị ka fanyere gị aka wee tie nwunye ya ife na ụdị na nwunye gị mere alụ ọ bụrụ na nwanne nwaanyị ka esi ịtụ a wee gbaa ọtọ tie ya ife sie ya ife onyonyo tinye n'ihu akwụkwọ nya ọkọchara ọnya esi ya na ọ bụ na ọ dị ka ọ nọ na di ya eti ya ife ọ ga-ibe efuru efu ife ibugbe eji nguzu ka ịbụ ikwesịrị ịnapụ ọkwa anụ wee nyere o onwekwa ife na ebe a ga-alụ ndị mmadụ nọ na kọmentị wee na-asị okotorigba na nke anụnwa ndị agụ na-eche mba sịrị asị alejedirio ife fụkwa na kọmentị ka mma akọrọ unu nọ na abụ na nke anụnwa fasịrị anyị na fajelu n'obodo a na-akpọ Akwa dịkwanụ n'ụzọ olu mba wee jee gbuo ndị ntọrị mmadụ nọ n'ime ọfịa na ya adịchọ na onwere ndị ntọrị mmadụ fa gburu n'ime ọfịa na ụfọdụ si nọ mmadụ na-abụ ka agbagburu ụfọdụ si nọ mmadụ ịnọ na onweghị ọbara afụrụ ebe a gasị nọ ndị agbagburu ọfụ ife ava na-ekwu wee jekwa na ịmana m post bụ nya bụ ife jee nenekwa nya bụ vidio ọkwa ọdụ ka ozu mmadụ na-abụ ka m fụrụ n'ime buutu ebe ahụ mana ifefa gwara anyị bụ ozu mmadụ ịnọ nnenekwa ife ahụ ọfụma onweghị ọbara m fụrụ na-asị ọ na-abụ na ife ndị a na-akọmentị dị oge ụfọdụ na-abịa eziokwu ka ogene ụfọdụ na-asị na edichọnọ ndị ochi ka fa gbagburu ọ bụ ndị nọ na kọstọdị fa nwụrụ anwụ maọbụ fa bụ wee jee n'ime ọfịa tịfanọ ndị fa gbagburu na maka na fa fụrụ na ndị Delta steeti kpọọ ndị ọrụ nchekwaba wee baa n'ime ọfịa wee jee gbawusia ndị Fulani tịfa mapụtakwa ka atị na fa na-arụ ọrụ alejedirio ife mfụkwa ka m na-akọrọ unu ebe fa na ebe a wee na-asị na afụghị ihu ndị ochi nwanụfa gbagburu ka amarụ ndị ma nọ ndị Igbo ka ndị Fulani na onweghị onye fụrụ ihu ya fakwuchi ife a njekwa nene divido afọ ọkwamihu ndị ahụ eziokwu ụfọdụ si na ndị Delta steeti gburu mmadụ na-afụrụ ihu ndị ahụ manọ ndị Fulani ndị nke ndị Udogachi gbuo mmadụ na afụghị ihu ndị amaghọ na ndị ojii ka ndị ọcha na akụkọ nke a gwụkwara unu m ike ka ọ ghara ịbụ na m na-eme itike akụkọ wite akụkọ mana okwu na-ebute okwu ebe ụfọdụ nọ na kọmentị wee na-asị asị niile afasizila anyị n'ihu akwụkwọ ọ na-abụ na mmadụ 8 ejidere ka a ya esizi wee nyefe ntaramahụhụ okotorigba alejedirio ka hapụ unu ka unu gee ife ndị bịakwa n'ife a na nnafa fakoro danduka sepuretela manda bido cheka ti anyị na fa nyerufe ego gbu na ọgwụ gorufa nke nwa merụfa nke nwa na-echefa ka fa nata ka agba afa ajụjụ ọnụ ọ bụrụkwa m bụ nwata nwaanyị onwekwa ife na-abịa Anambra steeti ọzọ ime agwa m ndị na-afụ maka ndị efe a na nnafa fatinye n'obodo ọzọ ka nje ebe ahụ rụ agba.
On that 23rd of July 2025, I was at my corpers lodge with my co-corpers, as you can see. So we started hearing knock on the door, which we thought it was our neighbor's door because it was a 3-story building. It was not until the knock became persistent and more aggressive. That was when I decided to come out and check who was at the door. But even before I got to the door was kicked in. And on the other side of the door was a masked man, no uniform, no form of identity. He was covering his face and he was with a gun. At first, I was afraid because I thought it was an armed robber. It was not until he started ordering us to come out from the room, that everybody in the room should come outside. That was when I was like, all of us in this room are coppers. Even if you are on a raid or whatever, all of us in the room are coppers. My colleagues heard my voice outside and they all came out, and they even came with their ID cards and everything. Even these people barged into the house, ignoring the ID card that we were showing them and all that. They barged in. Even when we were showing them our uniforms, our ID cards, everything, they ignored everything totally. Collected our devices, our phones, our laptops that we were charging. They collected everything and forced us downstairs that we must follow them to their office. Even when we kept insisting that even if they want to take us anywhere, that they should call our LGI or our school proprietor so that they will know that we are being taken somewhere, because we don't know them. They didn't tell us anything that this is what they came to look for in the lodge or anything. It was when we got downstairs that I started insisting that I will not follow them anywhere unless they call my LGI. Even if they want to take me anywhere, even if they want to take us anywhere, they have to call my LGI. He has to be aware, because this is not my state. I don't know anybody here. I don't know you. I don't know where you are taking me to. You didn't show me any form of identification. That was when they started beating me, hitting me from different angles. Number of persons, I cannot even count how many of them were hitting me, even with injuries and all that. They were dragging me, tore my clothes off my body, calling me all sorts of names that I cannot even, it's not even proper to mention. Calling me all sorts of names, both in their dialects, in English and all that. They beat me even when I was, even with injuries, and even when I was even bleeding and all that. I was even pleading with them that, okay, even if you want to take me anywhere, I'm already exposed. Can I change what I'm wearing? They refused. They forced me into their vehicle. Were doing all sorts of nonsense that they were not even doing all sorts of nonsense to me, hitting me, threatening me that if I even make as much as a comment, that they are going to me and throw my dead body in the bush, that nobody's going to say anything about it. Nothing is going to be done about it. They died that they forced us into their vehicle and took us to their secretariat, their office, whatever, and sat us on the wet floor, even because it rained that day. They sat us on the floor like that, even with my tongue closed and everything. My co-copper, one of them, had to pull his cloth and give to me to wear just to cover my body. That 6:30 p.m. I messaged my LGI and told him that, sir, see what happened, see what we went through. There was no response. Not until I sent him the video. He didn't even bother to show any. It was because he saw a video, that was why he decided to come in the night. And the comment that came out of his mouth was that we should assume that what has happened, that some of us are going to get married to men that beat women. That was what he said to us, that some of us are going to get married to men that beat women, so we should take it as a blessing.
Fast-tracked to the next day when we went to the local governments. Perhaps they wanted to settle it and all of those stuff. They were calling us in, separately. They don't want us to come together. So I don't know why they did that, because we were supposed to be together, but they were separating us. So they separated us, and then at the end of everything, they gave us some kind of tip, telling us that it was for transportation fare. Not to talk to anyone about this, they gave us 10,000 naira. They gave us 10,000 naira, and I saw a line that they said they compensated us. They did not. They said, and I quote, that it was for transportation fee, not to compensate or whatever they said. Then after that incident, we were outside, still talking about. That was when the AGI came and was like, just because he doesn't want the issue to escalate, so he collected my phone and by himself he deleted it. By himself he deleted the video from my phone.
The AGI, when he called me, you can witness that if I was crying and weeping on call. I told him that we want justice. He should treat the case. He said he will follow up the case. Then the next day when he called me that the case is finished, I said, just like that? I said, it cannot happen.
Mr. Ken has insinuated that the coppers were compensated. It is quite unfortunate, it is quite sad how they would tag much money, 10,000 naira they share to them to say, take for transport, ensure you don't discuss this with anybody, let the matter go, forget about it. This days ago, they said NYSC coordinator called saying that, why are you going on with the matter? And all of that. So it's very, very sad. So there was no form of compensation. And I like the fact that he understands that indeed they were supposed to compensate. And as legal representative, we're not just going to ensure that these persons are prosecuted to the full extent of the law, but the compensations due, proper substantial compensations due. What happened to these coppers, these young children, is unbearable. What happened to them was unbearable, was unquantifiable. But as legal representatives, we'll try to round it up in figures, and that figure they will pay. The Anambra State government, the security outfits, and all those who enabled this endless crime and has covered it up for this long, they will pay.